I have a problem. My New York City apartment is a mess. You see, I tend to prioritize actions that will get me closer to achieving my dreams and goals, and most of the time, that means doing stuff that will make me money. Now, I consider myself a highly motivated person, but that doesn't mean I do everything that I should. Now, if I'm not focused on work, I at least want to do something fun. Cleaning my room won't make me any money, and it definitely isn't fun. But when it comes to being that person I've always wanted to be, do I picture that guy living in an unorganized dump? No. It's time to stop making excuses and start cleaning. The kitchen, bathroom, and living area, which I share with my roommates, isn't a problem. For the most part, we keep it organized and have a weekly cleaning service. But my room is a problem, and it's one I've neglected for far too long. The fact is, one's living space plays a more influential role in one's life than I previously thought. Especially these days, in the middle of a pandemic. My apartment is not only my office, it's the place where I spend the most time. I not only need to clean my room, I need to optimize it so I can be as productive as possible. Plus, I want to create a sort of haven, so when I'm not working, I can relax as comfortably as possible. Having a clean room will positively affect every area of my life. First things first is laundry, and I have a crap ton of it to do. Taking that first step may be difficult, but sometimes that's all it takes to propel one to the finish line. Alright, clothes are in the wash. It's time to start cleaning one of the most important areas of the room, my desk. Honestly, the desk isn't that bad. It really just needs a good scrubbing and dusting. I needed to start off with something easy, a quick win that I could build off of, rather than a potentially frustrating and difficult task that could discourage me from cleaning the rest of my room. Look at these little driblets of coffee that got splashed down here. It's a shame because I could have drank that. Ugh, so much dust. I'm making great progress, but it's time to put my clothes into the dryer. Back to cleaning. I'm making progress. Desk area, done. It feels good to have one area of the room done. Now it's time to build on that success and attack the rest of the room. One of the most impactful things with regards to cleaning is to throw things away. For instance, I have so many packages filled with food. This does not belong in my room. It belongs in the kitchen, and I gotta throw away all this other crap that has no use. Things are a bit frustrating right now. My room literally looks worse than when I started. But that could be said with a lot of things in life. Things get worse before they get better. Just realize clothes should be finished from the dryer. As much as I want to continue cleaning up the food and throwing away things, folding clothes is something that must be addressed immediately. I don't like folding clothes, but it's a task that needs to get completed. And when you have to undertake jobs you don't enjoy, the best way to handle it is to move as fast as possible. The sooner the unpleasant task is completed, the sooner one can spend time pursuing what one actually enjoys. It took longer than I thought, but I finally got these drawers sorted. Alright, the setup's pretty basic, but I mean, I got socks, underwear first drawer, second drawer, got t-shirts, sweatshirts, jeans. Third drawer, kind of odds and ends though. I got my athletic gear and some toiletries for storage. Yeah, now I just gotta deal with this part. Now, when it comes to how I spend my money, a lot of it is spent on restaurants. Now, because of that, I obviously don't have a ton that I can show for it except the photos and video I take of my food. However, sometimes I actually get physical objects from these restaurants, like this beautiful takeout box from the Michelin-starred Sushi Naz, or this beautiful box that housed the overpriced Big Apple donut from the Krispy Kreme in Times Square. I also have this nice little cow that says medium rare. It was stuck in my wonderful burger from the Michelin-starred steakhouse of Peter Luger in Brooklyn. Now, a lot would say that's all junk, and you're probably right, but I really like it. Now, I have to figure out a way to store it because I don't want to see it all over my dresser and spread out all over my room. Like Elsa from Frozen, I had to let some things go. But with every item I threw away, it brought me one step closer to that clean room I've been longing for. Great news, got the top of the dresser done. Now it's a little cluttered because there's a lot of dishes here, which I do use, but the main purpose of these dishes are for photos. And speaking of photos, so this big waste of space here is called a light box. And what it is, it's like a little mini studio. So I can put food or really anything in there and it'll be perfectly lit, making for great photos, which I usually sell for stock photography or just because I love my food. Basically, it makes everything look awesome. You see what I mean? The problem is, it's way too big, takes up far too much real estate in my room, but I can't really disassemble it every time I use it. It would be far too impractical. So I need to find the perfect space for it. I think over there would be a good spot, but I still need to clear out more stuff to make that happen. Great news, I've eliminated all the boxes from my room. I do have to make a trip to the recycling bin though, but I do have a problem. With one problem solved comes another. Now, unfortunately, I have to find a place for all this. Now, some of this definitely belongs in the garbage, while most of this is food, it does belong in the kitchen. I've been working almost all day on this room. I know it doesn't look like it, but great progress has been made. So right now I actually have to do some actual work, stuff I get paid for, plus I have to have dinner, there are a few more errands around here. So I'm gonna continue this bright and early tomorrow morning and finish it. This is not an excuse. I just wanna have the right amount of time to devote to this because this is important. It is day 2 of my room cleaning. While I wanted to get started this morning, I did have some work to take care of, but now that's finished, I am fully ready to commit and complete cleaning my room. And I also did make some progress last night. So one of the things I did was I stored my K-cups right over here below my alarm clock for my Keurig. I did this for 2 reasons. 1, waking up with coffee right next to me makes me feel good. And 2, I couldn't find anywhere else to put them. It is now time to clean one of the most important areas in my room, my bookcase. My bookshelf is a very strategic piece of furniture because it's located right next to my desk. That means the items I use the most should be stored on the bookcase so I can have it within arm's reach of where I work. While some things belong on the bookcase, like my Keurig, so I can have coffee whenever I want, others don't, like this bottle of wine here that I've had since March. I got this from Chateau Trader Joe's, and this belongs in the kitchen. So I also have to get rid of these hand sanitizers. You see, there's just a little left in them, and I keep them here thinking that I'll eventually use them, but reality is I won't. So the thing with my collection of almost finished hand sanitizers and my lack of cleaning in general, I was making excuses. And the more you make excuses, the easier it is to keep on doing them. So this room cleaning is not about just cleaning my room, it's about eliminating my excuses. This is also about becoming the person I've always wanted to be. I don't want to be the guy who makes excuses based on what I feel like. I want to be the person who does what he knows is right. And cleaning my room, that's the right thing to do. Got a bit of trash to throw away. So to add a little personality to my room, I got some picture frames to frame some of my drawings. This is Margot Robbie. This is Dakota Johnson. Unfortunately, the picture frame for her broke, so it's just gonna be Margot Robbie in my room. The bookshelf is now done. All right, I know it's a bit cluttered, but everything on the bookcase has a purpose. I know where it is. I can easily access it, and it will help me achieve my dreams and goals. Top shelf, just kind of memorabilia. I got my 2 race medals, Keurig, of course, light. First shelf, I got books here. Middle one, camera gear. Bottom, art supplies, and just kind of odds and ends, like some toiletries and whatnot there. All right, it's getting exciting. I'm almost done. I just need to move a few more things around, and then this room is complete. This suitcase has no business being on the floor. This was from my trip to my parents' place back in July. It is mid-October now. This has to go. All right, found a spot for the light box right here up against the wall. It's not perfect, but I think for the room, it's probably the best place it could be. I did it. I cleaned my room. This feels really good. You know, a lot of things in life, you have to work very hard and very long to get the reward. For instance, to win a marathon, you'd probably have to run miles and miles for years and years so you can get that reward of winning that race. The nice part of cleaning my room, I get to enjoy the reward immediately. I've won today. I've created a place that will help me further myself and get me closer to achieving my dreams and goals. I said no to excuses and started acting like the person I've always wanted to be. Now the reality is, this is just cleaning a room. But for me, it was a personal victory. You see, we all face our own battles, and I suck at cleaning. Others may be great at it. I'm not. So that's why this was a big win. And now I get to partake in the reward of having a wonderful place in New York City.